Hi, I'm Tiffany. I am a professional organizer specializing in chronic disorganization, and I recently came home from a trip to the ICD conference. I wanted to show you a little bit about what it looks like to unpack and get things back in order after a trip. So I don't know about any of you, but you can sometimes end up leaving your suitcase to be unpacked at a later date, and then it becomes the source of a doom pile. It took me about just over 24 hours to get to unpacking my suitcase. And in the meantime, I managed to, get in there, take a couple things out, and then I just kind of left them scattered around. And my beloved husband, I told him, I was like, no, I'm going to get this. Don't you do anything with it. Leave it alone. I'll get it. So this is me getting it, a little bit less than 24 hours. I showed you kind of like my little bag of dirty laundry, my hat. Right now I am taking out my yarn and kind of separating things into basic categories. So dirty laundry is already its own category. Clean laundry I'm setting aside, and I'll throw it upstairs here in a second to get into the drawers, the clean drawers. And then later on we'll kind of go through all the miscellaneous crap that ended up at the bottom of my bag because it's a miscellaneous crap category. Lots of clean clothes. Like I wore things for, a day at a time. It was like an icy conference room. I wasn't sweating a whole lot. I'm just going to hang them back up. Girls, if you have to wash it on delicate and do special things, you just wear it again. Just make sure it doesn't smell bad and it doesn't have any stains on it. Maybe be prepared to iron it later if it needs ironing. But other than that, just hang that baby back up. This is Chowder and Owl, by the way. These are my two foster lads. They are so sweet. They are up for adoption through Homeward Animal Shelter. So if you are interested, go check them out. So here I am digging for the last little bit of my clean clothes, and here I am tossing it upstairs. Putting away that hat. I have a single summer hat, and I have several winter beanies, but I rotate those out by season. This is the random crap that's left. I have some yarn. I have a lot of yarn, actually. This is the souvenir yarn I bought on the trip, so it's kind of working on my husband's Christmas gift. And then this is actually the sweetest bag. I met Summer from New Zealand at the conference, 2 weeks ago now. And she gave me a little gift with candy, but I ate the candy at the conference. The bookmarks. She got me a little paperweight. So sweet. She brought these things from New Zealand to give to special friends, and so she was great. My ICD notebook and some of the handouts that we got, like coupons for the Container Store. If you look at my other content, I am not a massive fan of getting the perfect bin. I don't think the perfect bin exists, and I like to work with what my clients already have. I toss that here in this video. And here I have the ICD booklet. I still actually have that out today because that is an incomplete task where I have not finished reviewing the courses. So I'll set those aside, a little bookmark, and then my battery, which I shockingly did not use very much. Normally my phone is absolutely on the edge of dying the whole time. Got random stuff like my hairbrush and my conference name tag. My perfume, I brought my favorite perfume all the way with me, and then I read the booklet at the start of the conference and saw that it was a no scent event, so I respected that and didn't wear it the rest of the time. I was very sad. That was like a tiny sewing kit here that I pulled out a couple seconds ago where just in case something goes bad. Making sure there's nothing else in the little random pockets. What I'm doing here is so Minnesota, wherever I frequently go, does not give you plastic bags in your hotel room anymore for dirty laundry. So every time I get one, I keep it, I put it back in the suitcase so it's already there for the next trip, and it's one less thing that I have to remember. Owl is about to enter stage left. He's a very curious cat, and you'll see him throughout this video. So now we've got the recycling and the cat in the background. So yeah, recycling that. We have a good old-fashioned Tidy Cats recycling box. Owl is very curious. You will see him throughout here. This is our bathroom, our primary bathroom. So getting my hairbrush and stuff put away, unpacking my little toiletries bag. This is how it looks pretty much all of the time. I do frequently leave out hair clips, and those get scattered around, but kind of unpacking things, making sure it goes back in the right spot. I have travel shampoo and conditioner that I bring with me, and it just stays in there all the time, and I put that down in the cupboard underneath. I'll change the shot here in a second. These are the pins that I'm always putting into and taking out of my hair because someone decided to get bangs, and that was wrong. That was a mistake. They're cute, but also I want them out of my face. And then I leave this actually partially packed for my next trip, and I put it back in my suitcase. This is some lady necessities. I've got my skincare, so like sample sizes of my skincare. I got, you know, sucked into the snail mucin routine, so get that back in there. And then like an acne cream or something that I just tucked in there. Put away our little sample size. We have like this whole section dedicated to things from our dentist, like the dental floss and upcoming toothbrushes and sample size toothpaste for camping trips and just trips around the city or trips around the state. So this is my yarn storage area. I've got my new yarn to be worked up, and then I have projects in process there, and you can see me riding the absolute freaking struggle bus on this. I am sad about that project. That's how I organize it. I have like projects I'm still working on and some yarn for upcoming projects. This is the really like the dregs of the miscellaneous stuff. So I will go into this organizer at some point and show you because it's awesome. But that is my, I need to put this in a bullet journal at some point pocket. My bullet journal starts off as a productivity tool and ends its life as a memory keeping journal. I have an actual specific, it's not neat, but it's like a place where my bookmarks live. And then I have a little tiny notebook section. So I used to go to conferences as part of my sales job all the time, and I collected tiny notebooks and I used them for work. Here I'm showing off my sewing kit that I brought with me. It actually belongs in my bedroom bedside table drawer, so I have to put that away in the morning. Putting away my bathroom bag into my suitcase and moving on. Here I am putting away the shoes I literally never wore because I prioritize comfort the whole time, which, you know what, I'm okay with. Put in the back. And then I actually had to shorten this part of the clip because I also rode the freaking struggle bus on putting some of these bags away. And then finally putting away those clean clothes. True confession, I did leave some of my, because this was in the middle of the night that I was filming, so I left my jeans and shorts on the upper hallway floor where I threw them so long that I decided that they were dirty laundry. And I threw them in because it was the middle of the night. I didn't want to go in and wake my husband up because that's where the dresser is. But I just threw them in the dirty laundry after like 3 days. So I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. It's okay to not be perfect. Almost done here. It took about, I want to say, it took a long time just because of the filming, but overall, like if I had not been filming, it probably would have taken about 15 minutes to do all of this, put everything away. And it's one of those ADHD tricks where, man, even the task feels like it has so many steps that you don't know how to start. But then once you finally do start, it ends up taking like 5 to 10 minutes, and it's not a big deal at all, but you've just been panicking about it internally for so long. I think for me, it's one of my top 3 most irritating ADHD symptoms. Well, I appreciate you showing up today. I hope this was helpful. Just separate things into categories. You got your clean clothes, you got your dirty clothes, you've got your toiletries, and your miscellaneous crap to take care of. Thank you.